Here's what the new Harper's looks like. Our first call of the morning for Lou Lapham, the editor of this publication, is from Charleston, West Virginia. Go ahead, please.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thanks, and I'd like to say that years past I've enjoyed reading Harper's, especially researching Harper's through their very early issues to get some information about earlier trends, whatever. My question is about one of the subtitles in his magazine about durability of democracy. I see a growing trend in the country today away from liberalism back to conservatism. It's kind of like a child picking out on ice cream, and now it's gone the other way. And my biggest fear is whether or not democracy is durable enough to stand religion. And I mean in the exact sense, because I see religion as a doctrine toward politics more so than a spiritual doctrine. And I see it coming into the fabric and the foundation of the country increasingly. And I'm really afraid that democracy or democratic freedoms, individual freedoms, will not be able to survive under this new conservative wave of religionism. I'm wondering his comment.
Let me ask you at that point, where do you stand on this debate that's starting today in the Senate and the House over the prayer amendment?
Well, I believe in the strict constitutionality of separation of church and state. I don't think there should be any laws passed to impede the private prayer, but I don't believe that religion and state should ever mix. And I see with President Reagan in there, this abortion issue and other issues that are tied to religion as a strong threat to democracy. And I don't believe that with democratic majority rule that individual freedoms are going to be able to allow to survive in this country.
All right, sir. Thank you a lot for the call. Appreciate it. Mr. Lapham.
I agree with that gentleman. I take the same position that he takes on the school prayer. And as far as the religionism threatening democracy, I think that that's so. I think that's not only in the United States, but I think that's in the world at large. If you look at the results in Poland, where we have an immense upsurge in Catholicism. If you look at the same thing in South America, where I believe the numbers are something like the double of communicants in the Catholic Church throughout Latin America in the last 10 years. You look at the same sort of fundamentalism in Islam, not only in Iran, but also in other countries in the Middle East. And I think you're seeing a phenomenon that's taking, also, by the way, it's true in the Eastern Bloc nations of Europe. There was a large resurgence of Christianity, or at least an interest in it, in East Germany. So that one of the things in our index, in that list that you had, was that the last year was a celebration of Martin Luther's birthday. There were 150 books published on the subject in East Germany and only 50 published in West Germany. So that I think what the gentleman is saying is that this is true worldwide. I mean, and the real question is whether a secular, democratic, Republican form of government based on experience and on experiment and on reason can withstand the hectic and frenzied emotional appeals to some transcendental truth.